Yeah, talking to Katie Enright, the filmmaker behind Dog Park.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So yeah, if you could introduce yourself and then just give us a brief synopsis about your film, that would be wonderful.
Sure. My name is Katie Enright. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I directed.
Nobody's perfect, Katie.
Nobody's. I'm from Chicago, actually. I just.
Oh my
live
word,
in
that's
Los
even
Angeles.
worse.
So, wait,
I've been
what?
to. Oh no. I went to Chicago a couple of years ago. That's another story. But anyway, carry on.
I want to hear that story.
Okay.
So my film is called Dog Park. It's about two people that meet at a dog park, but neither of them have dogs. And the girl goes there specifically to meet a boy.
I've seen it.
She feels like a good guy would hang out at a dog park, and the guy is dog sitting for the weekend.
Yeah.
And then
And how did you get involved in this? I mean, what's the background? I always ask this because it's interesting to know. How did you become involved in the project, and where does it sort of come from?
So
because it is funny, and I can see how it would happen, because it could be like the wrong word to say is a pickup thing, but that's kind of what it is, isn't it? It's to meet someone, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
So is there a personal connection to this?
No. Do I go to dog parks?
I don't know.
Is this what you're asking?
No, absolutely not. I'm choosing my words carefully.
I hadn't thought of that until now, and I think I'm going to start hanging out at dog parks.
There's no single guys in America at all?
There are.
Oh, right, okay. But what?
Dating is a very tricky thing, especially in Los Angeles, California.
Because I've never been to LA.
You've never been to LA. How do I describe dating in LA?
Is it a minefield? It's a minefield everywhere.
Yeah, it's different. I think people in Los Angeles are not as interested in settling down and having a family. So I think people are really interested in having a really good time for the moment. So I think a lot of dating...
That sounds fickle.
It's a fickle beast, dating in Los Angeles. I have a lot of good friends that are, the guys will be in their late 30s and they're dating girls that are 22, 23, 24, 25, which is great for them. But it's not exactly, people that you want to...
Yeah, they're not going to be keepers either, are they?
They're just having a good time,
I guess.
I guess a lot of major cities are like that. New York's kind of like that.
London's probably like it.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, so how did you get involved in this?
So I know the writer very well, and the lead. She's also the lead actress.
Yeah.
And she was entered into the NBC or ABC Diversity Showcase, and it won. So we just have this great material, and I'm not sure if she suggested we make this into a short film, or I suggested it. One of us suggested it, and then it was originally written for theater, so we had to make some adjustments.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can see that.
And so we had to make some adjustments just so that the comedy was a little bit. It wasn't as broad as it was written, because it was written to be on stage, and then we just went from there.
Right, because I suppose, like I said, I've seen it, so it fits quite. Don't shoot me down in flames when I say this. It does fit. It does fit a short film sort of scenario, doesn't it? Because it's all bang, bang, bang.
Yep.
I don't know how you can make it. I mean, unless you say different. I don't know how you can make this into a feature, really, because I guess it wouldn't work, would it?
Yeah. Well, this could be, if we made it into a feature, a series, or just that would be the beginning of their relationship, and then the feature would be their relationship, and what would happen in their relationship.
And what's your background?
So my background is I've been an actor for 10 years in the union, and Warner Brothers has a directing program.
Oh yeah, with Jimmy was explaining this to us.
And I've always been an actor in the program, and then this last year I asked the heads of the program if I could be their assistant, and they said, oh sure, come on, we'd love it. And so I
was this kind of
them.
your shoe-in to try and move things along a bit?
Oh, yes. But I fell in love with directing while I was their assistant. And so that's kind of how I developed a relationship with directing, is that I would do all the work as the assistant, but then I would also do the work that they assigned the directors to do.
Yeah. And
the first week I came up to them and I said, now this is the shot list I would do, this is this, and I said, do you have any suggestions? Or they would be like, that's great, or they would give me suggestions on how to change it. And I did that the next week too, and they said, did you just want to participate? And I said, I would love to. So then they let me work with the actors, and they let me loosely participate. So I very loosely graduated from the program. I didn't graduate because it was very unofficial. But it was really fun, and I just developed a really strong passion for directing.
And how successful is this? Because is it only Warner Brothers that do this, or is it this program? And I'm guessing it is, as the name
Yes.
suggests, to nurture and find new talent.
Yes, and every studio kind of has their own program. HBO does it as well. I think there's a Warner Brothers one. There's
Like Fox and Universal, or whatever. Yeah.
There's a bunch of them. So this one is particularly hard to get into because if you get into this program, you are guaranteed an episode of television to direct, which means in order to get into the program, a showrunner has to agree to give you an episode before they let you in the program.
Gotcha.
Which is nearly impossible, because a showrunner has to be willing to give a first-time director an opportunity.
Of an episode of a series that might be extremely successful already.
Yes.
And the last thing they want to do is it to get fucked up.
$1 million
Which I'm
on
not
the
suggesting
line.
that you for 1 second have. Okay, so does that mean because yours was unofficial that there wouldn't be the directing gig at the end of it?
Correct.
Right, okay.
Yes. And so I'm going to do that again this year and then make another short film probably. And then from there I'll actually apply to the program and then see if I get in. And then if I apply and get in, then I'll be guaranteed an episode of TV.
So I start acting? No, forget that.
What's funny is that since I've made the transition to directing, I've had actually more success in acting than I've ever had.
Right.
So it kind of is, I think my approach to acting has changed because of becoming a director.
Yeah.
You see big pictures and you see things in scripts that you maybe hadn't seen before, or when you're looking at your character, it's much different when you're looking at everything as a whole.
Yeah. So just going back to Dog Park, can you explain? It's been greenlit. You're going to do this. How does the whole process work? How does that all happen? How does it all come together? How many plates are you spinning?
Yeah, a lot. I mean,
Okay.
17. And what greenlit is really a funny term because I paid for it myself. So I basically.
So self-finance.
Yes.
All those credit cards took a hammer.
Yes, that's really fun. But so I talked to my friends and I enlisted the help of. I have so many great friends that have so many great talents in Los Angeles. And so first we had the script and we had the actress, and then the person who plays the lead actor, he's a neighbor of mine. He lives 3 doors down.
No way.
And so I said
Well,
to him,
had you seen him before that? You knew him?
I knew him very well. I've known him for 6, 7, 8 years. So
and he's the guy maybe for this.
Well, I did think that, and I was kind of being a little tricky-dicky when I invited him over for a table read. I was like, hey, can you help me out? Can I borrow an hour of your time, and can you come over and read with the lead actress? And he read, and I was audibly laughing out loud, and I thought, this is it. And then since he read it and he had fun, I said, hey, what are you doing on Saturday in 3 months? Would you like to do it? And he was like, oh, sure, all right. So, I mean, it was a very easy process of casting. It kind of cast itself.
And when it came to, how long did it actually do? Was it a weekend to shoot this, or like one day?
It was just one day. We just did one Saturday.
And the park where you shot it,
Yes.
I guess you needed permission for that, first of all.
Of course.
And how did you, because there's other people running around, so are they, I assume, are actors and actresses, or are they members of the public? How does that all kind of work?
The background are all my friends, which is very generous to donate your time on a Saturday.
So how do you stop anyone else using that park? Is it like cordoned off? So
We couldn't, because we shot in a private park. It was in a condo complex in El Segundo, and you can't really stop
So
the
it's gated.
traffic.
Is it
It's
gated?
It was fully gated,
Yeah.
which was amazing. It was by a highway, which created some interesting sound.
Yeah.
Which we just had to really take time to make sure that we had an expert sound person who could work with it, and it was no problems. And then we just put a sign on the gate entering the park saying, "Hey, listen, no." We said we're shooting something. You're welcome to come in and bring your dog. We would love to have your dog be part of this background.
So someone wandering us were literally members of the public.
Absolutely.
Please don't look at the camera.
Yeah. yes. But most people, this is far enough away from LA and where people film a lot, so most people were pretty excited by filming.
Right.
In LA, you see people filming all the time, so it's not really that interesting anymore. But when you go outside of LA, people are like, oh, what are you filming? What's this for? What is this about? And we also were really nice too in that we put just a table with treats on it and said, please help yourself to treats. And then we had dog treats for the dogs.
Bags, cocaine.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The good stuff. Vodka
I wouldn't
at 10
know.
a.m.
So was it as much, because I mean, let's be honest, it's going to be difficult. Filmmaking's difficult.
Yeah.
I know when you cut through it all. Was it as hard directing as you thought it would be? More difficult?
No, I was pretty lucky in that I was able to take my shot list to my mentors from the Warner Brothers program and go over it with them to make sure that I wasn't missing anything, to make sure that I had everything that I needed. And then on the day, I could really focus on performances. The most stressful part is there was a dog fight. And that's...
what, during the shoot?
Yes, before we started shooting, our hero dog attacked another dog, and that dog had to be rushed to the vet and undergo surgery. And that was really stressful. And that was before we even...
Who the fuck got these dogs?
Yes, and that was before we even shot anything. And we needed that particular dog to perform a stunt. So we were really, and we had most of our background dogs coming in the afternoon, and we were shooting this particular sequence in the morning. So the only dog that we had left was my dog. And my dog doesn't listen to a word I say. My dog will literally, I'll be like,
well,
come
just
here,
happened to
Dash.
have you took your dog with you?
I took my dog with me because I knew we'd need background animals.
Yeah, of course.
And I figured one of the background actors can just walk with my dog. And then my dog is the type of dog where I'll be like, come here, Dash, and he'll just look at me and we'll walk the opposite direction, which is ironic and very funny because at the end of the film, the lead actor calls the dog and my dog walks in a frame and then runs away from him. And that's totally wasn't planned. That's just my dog.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And what was the best part of making it?
The best part of making, I think, any film is collaborating with people. It was really fun to be able to talk to the, hair and makeup artist and say, this is a Saturday morning, so the guy's kind of going to be disheveled. He probably hasn't showered. He probably, he's...
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably true. You take your dog at 10 a.m. to the dog park on Saturday, you're not going to be looking your best.
Yeah, you do it afterwards, I think.
Yeah, and then working with the wardrobe about what to wear and just collaborating with every different department, I think is really fun. That's the best part about directing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was painless, wasn't it?
Yeah, very much so.
Adam said she's going to be an absolute nightmare. So no, she'll be fine. No, thank you for that. It's brilliant, Katie.